We see ourselves as part of this negotiation as well. We negotiate with bombs. We see ourselves as part of this negotiation as well. We negotiate with bombs. We see ourselves as part of this negotiation as well. We negotiate with bombs. We see ourselves as part of this negotiation as well. We negotiate with bombs. We see.
All right, Shalom, again. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha, Kodash. I'd like to give the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into a lesson concerning Edom and ultimately how his violent ways is going to fall upon him. And as you've seen this guy Pete Hegseth, the niggas just said that they pretty much negotiate with bombs. And that has always been the case with the U.S., which is Babylon the Great. When them niggas saying they coming in peace, they send forth those peacekeepers, so-called. The peacekeepers strapped up. You know? It's really his military. But that just show you, this nigga every day he's showing you that they are the Edomites. And ultimately, that blessing of the sword will become a curse unto him. So matter of fact, let's start off this in the book of Genesis 27 and verse 40. It reads, "And by thy sword shalt thou live." See? So that was an example of that. Because when you go into that word live, you know, a few of those definitions it's like to sustain life, you know, to continue, you know. See, that's the only way this man can prosper or do anything. Even if it's a form of helping, he gotta cut you open. It's all about a sword. It says, "And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, "The days of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." So that's going back to the negotiation. This is how he settled things in his heart. Just kill him. Matter of fact, continue on. It says, "In these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau is touching thee, doth cover himself, purposing to kill thee." So that's the only sound counsel to him. That's the only thing that's sound to him. He ain't gonna be able to talk nothing out or do anything civilized. No, he's a beast. And that beast is gonna operate that one thing, you know, that they got, you know. Eagle got those claws. It's gonna. That's what else is gonna use, you know. The lion in his teeth. What else could the lion, you know? So this devil, he got the sword. What else he's gonna do but to bring forth violence, man? And as you can see, Esau, he was comforted. Like I said, that's the only counsel to him that's sound, just to kill Jacob. So even this nigga Pete, concerning these Carmanians, he said, this is how we're going to negotiate, it's with bombs. And that's how this nigga have always done things throughout the earth. Nigga has terrorized the planet Earth. But soon, that judgment is going to come upon them. And of course, the allies are watching and seeing, you see they're going to picking sides now, This is a violent man. Esau Edom. What's that on Psalm 140, I believe. Psalms 140 verse 1, it reads, "Deliver me, O Lord, Yahweh Bashmal Shai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man." Who else could that be but Esau, the so-called white man? This man, his technology, how the system is set up, everything is fucked up, man. To get you fucked up. And he's that evil and violent man. Why he's violent? Because of his blessing is the sword. That's his uniform. Even when you go into Rome, that fourth beast, what stuck out was the great iron teeth, the military might of that beast. So that's this man, and his blessing is being made clear. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. See? That'll show you that's the devil, man. They already got these they're saying that the continual wars or never ending wars, some type of saying, but that's what's been happening. From the influence of the tiny tots. Trying to bring forth this greater Israel project. They have been continually at war. If you go into the statistics of Babylon the Great, over 90% of since America's inception has been at war, man. But that's the only way this man could live. That's the only way he can, that's his natural habitat. You gotta have war and tanks and military budgets. This is him. It's his environment. But his song's about to come to an end. Because going back to the point, this guy, Pete, his proud ass talking about how they're gonna negotiate with bombs. Guess what? That's gonna be to your detriment, man. The very blessing, your blessing, is gonna turn into a curse. So let's get this what our Lord Yahweh Shai said in St. Matthew 26 and verse 52. It reads, so like him. Then said Yahweh Shai unto him, "Put up again thy sword into his place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword." See? So it said all they that take the sword is going to perish with the sword. And this man he was blessed with it. It was like he was forced to get it. It was put on him. So that show you his fate, is he's going to perish too. Even the scripture talk about in the kingdom, there's not going to be any weapons. Let's eat. That's spirit. Let's eat as well. After those 1,000 years, the heat is going to even be gone. Because this nigga is violent on all levels. From, of course, physically, this nigga got guns and missiles, but ideas. Nigga came up with a bright idea to blow up the moon. or these certain so-called these pills and shit, goody powder. That shit violent, man. This man is a dangerous beast in the earth. We're just going back to the point is that we read that Esau's blessing is the sword. But ultimately the fate of those that take the sword is going to perish. And that's justice. The pride is devil, he's literally going to go out in the back with a bang. That saying is going to play out in its perfection with World War III. This is the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 26. Right, Proverbs 26 and 27. It reads, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. So it says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. That's these elites, I'm trying to bring forward this digital system, and that's going to really put everyone make everyone perpetual slaves. With that chip, that's going to be a requirement for that new system. But little do they know, well, this nigga do know, that once World War III happened, this is gonna, this man, his influence gonna be rooted out the earth, and he's gonna actually be those first slaves in a new world, in the next age. It says, he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him, and that's the devil. Because guess what? It talks about how that violent dealing shall return upon his own plate. Matter of fact, let's end off with that. In Psalms, the 7th chapter. That's the spirit. Psalm 7, I started 15. He made a pit and did it, and is falling into the ditch which he made. We just read that. It says, his mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. And that's the top. The pate is the top of your head, but it said that violent dealing shall come down. That violence is going to come form in the way of those missiles, man. That's how this nigga, he's known for the shocking all the nigga hit you with some airstrikes and hitting certain strategic spots. You being compromised, and they come with a crazy military strategy. But now these other nations are preparing for that. And ultimately, they're going to gang up on the war. And that's going to, the only way the negotiation is going to be is this bitch got to go. Like the Twilight Zone, episode. I'm going to give you what I need. We need this place destroyed, man. But you can see the pride of this devil. Saying he's going to negotiate with bombs. Well, okay. That's ultimately going to be his fate. World War III. So yeah, I might just hold this edifying, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rechah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Let's teach the word on true faith and sincerity. Shalom.